Remember that feeling? The click of a cartridge, the hum of a disk drive, the satisfying thud of a controller in your hands. For many of us, video games aren't just entertainment. They're woven into the fabric of our childhoods, our friendships, our very identities. But before the dazzling graphics and online multiplayer of today, there was a humble beginning. A story of innovation, fierce competition, triumphs, and spectacular failures. Today, we're embarking on an epic quest, the entire history of gaming consoles. From the clunky boxes that first brought digital play into our homes, to the sleek, powerful machines that connect us across continents, we'll trace the evolution of an industry that changed how we play, how we interact, and how we dream. Get ready for a journey filled with forgotten gems, legendary rivalries, and the sheer magic of pushing pixels. Our story doesn't begin with a console, but with a spark of pure ingenuity. In the early 1960s, at MIT, a group of brilliant minds created Space War, one of the first interactive computer games. It was played on massive, expensive mainframe computers far from anyone's living room. But it proved that digital interaction could be fun. This was the primordial soup of gaming. Then, a man named Ralph Baer, often called the father of video games, had a revolutionary idea. What if you could play games on your TV? In 1972, Baer's vision became reality with the Magnavox Odyssey. It was clunky, black and white, and used plastic overlays on your TV screen to simulate graphics. It was primitive, but it was home gaming. It was like the first whispers of a new language only a few could understand. But the real explosion came from an arcade sensation, Pong. Atari's simple table tennis game became a cultural phenomenon. Soon, Atari brought Pong home, directly connecting to your TV. This wasn't just a game. It was a promise. The arcade experience right in your living room. The race was on. The late 1970s and early 1980s belonged to one name, Atari. Their Atari 2600, released in 1977, wasn't just a console. It was a cultural icon. With interchangeable cartridges, it offered a library of games that felt limitless. Space Invaders, Pac-Man, Asteroids. These weren't just games, they were phenomena. Everyone wanted an Atari. It was the Wild West of gaming, a boomtown where anyone could strike gold. Developers rushed in, creating games at a dizzying pace. But the boom led to a bust. The market became oversaturated with low-quality games. Many rushed out to capitalize on the craze. Quality control was non-existent. The infamous E.T., the extraterrestrial game, widely considered one of the worst ever, became a symbol of this decline. Millions of unsold copies were famously buried in a New Mexico landfill. This, combined with the rise of home computers, led to the video game crash of 1983. Retailers stopped stocking games, companies went bankrupt, and many declared video games a passing fad. It was a spectacular, almost fatal implosion. Just when it seemed like gaming was dead, a hero emerged from the East, Nintendo. Having learned from Atari's mistakes, Nintendo released the Famicom in Japan in 1983 and then brought it to North America as the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. But they didn't just release a console. They rebuilt the industry. They implemented strict quality control, requiring a seal of quality for every game. They innovated with games like Super Mario Bros. Bundled with the console, which became a global sensation. The NES wasn't just a console. It was a phoenix rising from the ashes, revitalizing an entire industry. Nintendo's success didn't go unchallenged. Sega, a former arcade giant, entered the home console market with the Master System. While it struggled against the NES in North America, it laid the groundwork for what would become one of gaming's most legendary rivalries. The stage was set for the first true console war. The late 80s and early 90s saw the escalation of this war into the 16-bit era. Sega launched the Genesis in 1989, directly challenging Nintendo with edgy marketing campaigns like "Genesis does what Nintendent." They had Sonic the Hedgehog, a fast, rebellious mascot, to counter Nintendo's wholesome Mario. Nintendo responded with the Super Nintendo Entertainment System in 1991, boasting superior graphics and sound. This was a high-stakes boxing match, with each company trading blows, pushing technology and creativity to new heights. This era also saw experiments with new media. CD-ROM technology promised vast storage for games, leading to add-ons like the Sega CD and TurboGrafx Ski-D. While these weren't runaway successes, they hinted at the future. The industry was on the cusp of another massive leap, the transition from 2D sprites to immersive 3D worlds. The mid-90s brought the 3D revolution. And the biggest surprise came from an unexpected player, Sony, originally collaborating with Nintendo on a CD-ROM add-on. Sony went solo and launched the PlayStation in 1994. Its use of CD-ROMs allowed for larger games, full-motion video, and lower production costs. Nintendo countered with the Nintendo 64 in 1996, sticking with cartridges but delivering groundbreaking 3D experiences like Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Sega, with its Saturn, struggled to compete. This was like stepping into a whole new dimension for gaming, changing everything about how games were designed and played. The turn of the millennium saw the console market explode. Sony's PlayStation 2, launched in 2000, became the best-selling console of all time, largely due to its DVD playback capabilities, making it a complete entertainment system. But a new challenger emerged, Microsoft, with the Xbox in 2001. The Xbox brought powerful hardware and, crucially, Xbox Live, a robust online multiplayer service that revolutionized how people played together. Nintendo offered the GameCube, a charming but less commercially dominant console. This era transformed gaming from a solitary or couch co-op experience into a global, connected community. The mid-2000s onwards brought unprecedented innovation and diversity. Nintendo once again disrupted the market with the Wii in 2006, focusing on motion controls and appealing to a much broader casual audience. While Microsoft and Sony continued their high-definition console wars with the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, the gaming landscape expanded dramatically. Mobile gaming, fueled by smartphones and app stores, became a massive industry in its own right. We saw the rise of indie games, digital distribution, and subscription services. The gaming tree was branching out in every direction. Today, we're in an era of incredible choice and technological prowess. The Nintendo Switch brought hybrid portable home gaming to the forefront. The PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS pushed the boundaries of graphical fidelity and speed. But the future holds even more. Virtual reality and augmented reality are becoming more accessible. Cloud gaming promises to stream games to any device, and the lines between traditional consoles, PCs, and mobile are blurring. The journey continues, with new ways to play constantly emerging. From the simple lines of Pong to the hyper-realistic worlds of today, the history of gaming consoles is a testament to human creativity, technological ambition, and the enduring joy of play. It's a story of passionate engineers, visionary designers, and millions of players around the globe. Each console, each game, has contributed to this rich tapestry, shaping not just an industry, but a significant part of modern culture. What was your first console? What's your favorite gaming memory? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into gaming history, please hit that like button, subscribe for more epic journeys, and I'll see you in the next video.